Rich people of Reddit. What everyday items have high-end brands that us peasants don't even know about? Nesmik Jahrhundertmesser, an $80,000 cheap knife. In general, knives can reach ridiculous prices when looking for professional cheap knives. Saks sells a 36-piece knife set from Westhoff for like $2,000. I am definitely not familiar with them, but I'm sure that there are higher-end yacht brands. You don't want to be one of those peasants with a low-end yacht. There's a helicopter version of Uber called Blade or some dumb poop like that. There are really high-end t-shirts and sweatpants I see young adults wearing at the country clubs in Monaco that look like regular sweatpants and white tees but cost upwards of $5,000. I don't think it's a brand, but in Pool there's a queue called the Intimidator that you can buy for the low price of $150K. Not rich personally, but my Sos has really rich relatives. Probably the most WTF thing to me was how much they cared about where the granite in the house was from, and put different granite to match the room's theme. Millions of dollars spent just on white rock that was used for countertops or accents in the floor. The other one would have to be the cheese. None of the cheese products had any brand names, just the name and number of the farmer that made it. Not rich, but would say definitely watches since I work in the industry. You wouldn't believe what they cost if they belong to a high-end brand. Just to give you an idea, a Patek Philippe Nautilus can set you back up to $52,100. Because I am in the industry, I can say insurance should be on this list. Not many people out there know about personal umbrella policies, for example, because they don't have much need for an additional multi-million-dollar policy to protect their personal assets. I'm not rich, but maybe pens? Who's ever picked up a pick and been unsatisfied enough to spend $1,000s on a replacement? Home appliances. Everyone knows Miele exists and that it is the top of the line commonly carried at stores. In Europe at least. Not everyone knows that there are several tiers above that. My parents' kitchen is all gaga now. Speakers. I'm not rich, but I work in recording studios. Your peasant speakers didn't even cost 5 figures. Not rich, but a few things I can think about that people likely don't know too much about are watches, clothes, and headphones. You could probably buy some of those that cost thousands of dollars. And it isn't exactly odd given there are quite a few big brands. With phones, celebrities seem to mainly use iPhones, so that is probably the extent of phones. An expensive phone without support wouldn't work well. For cars, it would be probably knowledge of the different models. Whereas a normal person might just think, ah, that is a Lamborghini. A Lamborghini can cost anywhere from a bit more than $100K to millions depending on the model you pick. Booze. Specifically, wine and whiskey. Custom-sewn bespoke t-shirts that look almost exactly like a regular t-shirt, except they fit perfectly. Jenner. Microwave ovens. Cove. Dishwashers. Le Cornu. Stoves. Ranges. Heston. Dual-zone wine fridges and beer faucets. I only know 'cause it's in my industry, but a lot of people have stone around pool decks at their homes. That's normally fake bluestone. Real bluestone is so goddamn expensive that it's like $700 for a piece the size of a person. I'm acquainted with a certain lady of leisure, and her decadent face cream is obscenely priced. For a meager £1,550, you can acquire La Mer's moisturizer. https://www.johnlewis.com/la-mer-moisturizing-cream/P82366 SKU equals 230,899,058 and size equals 500 milliliters and S_KWCID equals 2DX Kelku FASHION 927004536404712 and TMAD equals C and TM Campit equals 2 and GCLSRCE equals DSN and GCLID equals CJWKC JWNF7Q Britiway SPO _I0 GYH62 TCHN8 INGI 5 BVYR6XC1LXBZIWR7C2NN7QN3 BLCSR84 XOCMWAKOVD _BWE. To preclude aging a single day. Self-indulgent but a necessity in the opulent world of an Instagrammer. Undaunted. There's Guerlain lipstick, which costs £62,000 for the most ostentatious influencer that was custom made and encrusted with rubies. Not rich, but a collector. Living dead dolls depending on the doll and the condition. Some of the rarest can set you back a couple grand a pop. Mainly the convention exclusives, but the true holy grails are the handmaids. Business continuity insurance. I'm not in the insurance business. Financial analyst. But basically, if you can prove an event negatively impacted your bottom line over any given period of time, the insurance will pay out the difference between expected budget versus actual. Polo shirts, Loro Piana. While not an item, per se, private banking and asset management. If you're a high net worth client, you're almost treated like royalty. Glasses. Eb Meyerowitz. Maison Bonnet. Ateliers Baden. Umbrellas. Swain Adini Brigg. Mario Tallarico. Maglia Francesco. Shoes. John Lobb. Edward Green, Berluti, Gaziano and Gerling, Stefano Bemmer, Corthi, Ubersi, Bontoni, Antonio Macariello, Carducker, Crazy Money. Sky Lounges. It is not just for first-class international flights or frequent flyers. If you sign up for a Delta credit card, you can get access to Delta Sky Lounge for a small fee. In the lounge there is hors d'oeuvres and complimentary wine and beer. Also cleaner bathrooms and nicer seating. After discovering it, it is the way I spend any layover greater than an hour. Boutique stores. A lot of items when you walk in cost about $100+, but a little tip is whenever you see one, go to their clearance rack. They make so much money they just give away clothing. I've frequently seen a $3 rack of the shirts and $10 for a formal dress. Apparently Tiffany & Co. has a silver can, like a humdrum Campbell's soup can, on sale for 1,400 Canadian dollars, which is about 1,000 United States dollars. Source: https www.tiffany.ca/accents/decorative-accents/everyday-objects-sterling-silver-tin-can-6055919/. I think this is the difficult question to answer. When people are rich, they can buy things that us peasants can't afford. And sure, there might be some brands that are more obscure than others when it comes to clothing, electronics, appliances, or any other number of things. But for the most part, rich people are buying the same brands of things that regular people buy. Just higher-end versions of the same things. For the truly wealthy though, those things are not enough. Every other asshole in Greenwich CT has a nice Aston Martin. So who cares if you have one too? When you have frickin' money, it's the things that are one-off or super difficult to obtain that are measures of status. Rare art and cars come to mind. I guarantee that if the Mona Lisa wasn't in a museum, someone like Jeff Bezos would have it at one of his many houses. Just because. Or the person who paid almost 14 mil for the first Shelby Cobra ever. Wow. This post sort of went on a ramble. Sorry if it ends up being incoherent. Reddit Platinum Edition. It's glorious. Not rich myself, but Falcon Northwest makes, or used to make, the most expensive custom-built home desktops and laptops I've ever heard of. You can spend $25,000 just on the paint job on the case. I personally feel they'd be far better gaming rigs than the more popular high-end gaming rigs, but also 10 to 100 times as expensive. Vanguard Fund Admiral shares. Gold-plated pizza. Hi, Airbnb is like AI Airbnb, but for heirs. What is considered rich? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say sewing machine. Or closer to the truth, a combo of sewing and embroidery machine. I have one that I paid about $2,300 for, with the median salary in my country being about $600. And that's still cheap. https www.brothermachines.com/sewing/1716/anov-nv2600. Their most expensive one costs about $15,000. And there's probably more that I don't even know. After all, I'm just an amateur. Socks. Once you go silk, can you go back? In Monaco there is no Uber, but there is a helicopter service to get you to and from the nice airport, as well as in Cannes. There's Ubercopter. Helicopter is the way of transportation in the French Riviera. I'm not rich, nor is this an item, but apparently there's a rich, famous person dating app. Asswipes. Maids for maids. Durian. In my place, a blackthorn or Musang King is about $60 minus 80 per kilograms. Same fruit in China HK. Taiwan gets $800 minus 900 per kilograms. Much cheaper for people to fly here and eat rather than buy at their own place.